Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Rustic Wood. Today I've got a piece of Dark Maranti here, and I was thinking, why not make a cross out of it? That should be interesting, I think. So let's get started. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to need 10 pieces of this Maranti, not cutting equal lengths. So let's start cutting. Now that that's done, I'm going to what am I going to do now? I'm going to size all my pieces together and check for the two longest pieces for the top and bottom of my cross, and then I'm just going to take it from there and build it. So let me show you how it's done. What I like to do is I like to take my bottom piece normally and set it in the middle so I can make sure all my sides of the cross is actually level with each other. I'm not actually very happy with this. Oh. But I think it would work. We just get my ruler. I'm just going to measure from the two sides of the cross just to make sure they're equal with each other from the distance apart, and after that's done I can start gluing them together. Let's see if we're going to be happy with that. It actually looks a bit wonky, so let's make it a bit bigger. I think 70 millimeters should do on each side. Let's just check. That's a bit too big now. And I think that should do it. 60 millimeters to each side. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a frame at the back of it just to keep everything steady, but for now I'm just going to glue all the pieces together, so there's no spaces between them and it actually sits comfortable on the frame. And just get a piece of wood. That might be a bit too much. And now I'm just going to wait for it to dry up, and as soon as it's dry, I will see you again. And we are back. So now for the cross, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a piece of pine cover strip here. I'm going to measure my distance from the top to the bottom. I'm going to cut 2 pieces just to get everything steady, and I'm going to glue them on. And yes, I know I said in the previous video I'm going to put a light in it. I have actually decided not to. I went to town trying to get the correct stuff to make it, and with the lockdown and everything, it is a bit hard to get the stuff that I need. So I actually have another cross inside that has a light in. I will show you how it looks. But for now, all that I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the distance that the length that I'm going to need for my pine strips, just for extra support. And yes, if you were wondering, I accidentally glued my cross to my workbench. 25. Let's go cut it. A bit of chop today. Feels like that's all I've been doing this whole video, is cutting. Don't worry, we will get dusty today. Yeah, we will get dusty today. Not a lot, but we will. Seeing that I have both my lengths now, that's how they are going to be. Just for extra support on the whole cross. Just going to glue them on. I will decide if I'm going to use nails. But for now, all that I'm going to do is glue it. And then after I've glued it, you guys couldn't even see. And then after I've glued it and everything is dry and set up, I will drive a couple of nails into each and every one of them. For now, let's glue. If I can get this cap off. Just get resting my finger. A piece of wood, just for on top. I will be with you guys now. I'm just going to get a piece of weight, just to stick on here, just to press everything down. And I think it's going to be best to put the weight onto the wood first, and then put it on the cross. So let's do that. This is actually about 20 kgs piece of steel, roughly. And you don't want your fingers underneath it. And now that it's on there, going to leave it to dry for about 2 hours to make sure everything is dry. And then I will see you in like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is the next day. Yesterday I thought to myself, I'm just going to leave it overnight just to make sure everything is nice and dry. Just to show you how it looks. There you can see. It is a bit dirty, but I'm going to sand it down now. For this I'm going to use my sanding machine with 120 grit. Just to get it nice and clean and start it sanding. And then I'm going to go over it with 400 grit to make sure it is nice and smooth and it actually looks nice. So yeah, and don't worry, I haven't forgotten. I will show you how it looks with the light. It's just not going to be this exact cross. So with that, I'm just going to use a couple of the same thickness of wood that I put on the back, just to keep it nice and level, to make sure the cross doesn't flip over when I'm sanding it down. And with that being said, let's get dusty. Oh, the dust is a bit sticky. Where is my paintbrush? It's laying in front of me and I can't even see it. Wow, this is actually going to be beautiful. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think this is going to look beautiful. The color of the wood that's mixing together, I really like it a lot. Now, all that I'm going to do is I'm going to use 400 grit just to get it nice and smooth, and then it's off to giving it a clear coat. Yes, and something that I've learned, might only be me, is when you're sanding, I prefer to sand with the grain of the wood. For me, it sands a lot better, and you don't get like scratches that you actually don't want on the wood, and you get it a lot smoother. So if you want a tip, sand with the wood and see if it works for you. For me, it works a lot better to sand with the grain of the wood. Just cleaning this off with a paintbrush fast, making sure all the dust is off. I am actually thinking about giving it like a dark burn along the sides, but on the other side I don't really want to. I want to keep it plain and simple. And I'm not a person to paint wood. It's not in my blood. For me, you don't paint wood. It's really, really unnecessary. And that's how it looks. I love the color difference in the wood that it makes. It's so beautiful. So now all that I'm going to do, I'm just going to give it a clear coat. And then after my clear coat is done and everything is set up, I can put the chain at the back. It's going to be something to hang inside the house, and seeing that it's already quite steady with the glue that I put on the back, I'm not going to drive nails into it. It is actually quite very steady. The glue that I use is extra strong glue. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a clear coat, and after the clear coat is done, I'm going to put a chain on the back just to be able to hang it on the wall. And where is my clear coat? Just going to get my clear coat fast. Just hold on. Come back. And I promised you we are going to get dusty. As you can see, I didn't make so much dust, but we got dusty today. I'm just going to wipe off here, because this is basically my table I use for everything. I spray on it, I work on it. I just love this table. It's just the correct height. Doesn't taste very much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a piece of wood that I'm just going to put down and then across on top of it, so I'm able to give it a nice clear coat. So let's see how it's going to look. Okay, my clear coat is done. When it's dry, I'm just going to flip it over just to give the back a quick clear coat. And then I believe one clear coat should do it. I'll see when the first clear coat is done. Then I'm just going to put a chain at the back so I'll be able to hang it on the wall. And then the clear coat is done. And just to show you how it looks, it actually came out very beautiful. I actually already went and put the chain on at the back, but this is how it looks. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. So this is how the cross, one of my crosses, looks. It has a white backing plate, and I had LED lights in it, and that's how it looks. Now my plan was to put a blue LED light in the cross that I just made, but the town that I'm living in doesn't have the stuff that I need at the moment due to the lockdown and everything. Guys, I hope you went on to enjoy today's video. Please leave a like and a comment. Also subscribe to my channel. And then I will see you in the next Dusty episode.